Hey guys, Nukem here, and looks like we found something on the Microsoft Store where Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Codenamed Parasite is available to play if you have a code. So this probably is a special code given to any testers that Ubisoft gives the code to, or maybe influencer. It might be under NDA. I wouldn't know since I haven't gotten a code, so it might be selective influencer or selected people to test it. Usually technical tests depend on what they are testing. They usually have a strong NDA on these type of stuff because there's a lot of broken bugs that may really shows not the best side of the game. And the purpose of technical tests is to make sure the game is running very well on all systems and that, help squish bugs before it gets released. So this shows us that they are starting to ramp up to do the final testing before they're going to launch the game sometime in 2021, we assume. Now it says Codename Parasite, so that's just basically saying that this might be just a placeholder name. Parasite used to be Quarantine, but they changed it to Parasite, and they said it was a placeholder name in the assets. So we don't know the official name. They might trick us and say it's actually Rainbow Six Parasite. They're tricking us the codename Parasite. But this is all exciting indeed. Let me know if anyone get a technical test and how did you guys get it. Depending if you're under NDA or not, once you sign an agreement, you guys can't talk about it. But if it's just through like a regular sign up process and you just get an email saying, hey, you're invited to technical tests, and then let me know how this is going. So they have system requirements right here. And right now you can see it's not much. All it says is Xbox One. It doesn't say Xbox One S or X or the Series X. It just says Xbox One. Architecture is 64. So this is the PC hardware. And this is all we know about it. So there's not much details on this as the time of this recording. So once you get the code, you just click redeem code, you put it in here, and you can play on either PC or Xbox. Seems like right now it might be Xbox. There might be a PS4 or PS5 version. We'll find out as well. Usually technical tests are limited to PC because it's easier to send feedback and updates right away. Where in terms of Xbox or PlayStation, if it's an official licensed game, then you have to go through a checklist where an employee checks off that it hits all requirements before they push the updates on the main console. But however, publishers can get away with it if it's under a beta or alpha version of the game where it's not an official game, so they don't have to go through that checkbox. So we'll see how they do it on, but you can see this is available on the Xbox S and X and Xbox One. So let's talk about all the leaks that I put in a different video if you guys missed it on Rainbow Six Siege Quarantine. So I'm going to post all the leaked information chronologically when he posts it, and most likely these leaks are true since Activision has been copyright striking or DMCAing his tweets when he leaked Black Ops footage. All the information he leaked, he says he has several hours of footage of the brand new Quarantine. So one of the first pictures he leaked was this image right here. You can see it says react on the gun, and there's some device in the middle ground that says react, and it says subzone shutdown in progress, and most likely it's a team of 3. You can see the actual first person perspective, and it seems like there's 2 other operators over there. He gave us some more clarity of details saying takedown, sneak up an unaware target or incapacitate it with react tech to perform a silent takedown. That suggests there is some type of skill tree involved for different skills. The airlock sequence in progress, proceed to airlock immediately, and then plant auto tracker in dormant nest. So it suggests there's like a mission where you have to put some information into the nest of where the infected are. He also posted some audio clips where Ash is talking with Thermite and Alibi.
The source of the mutation signal. It's just outside the Kuiper Belt.
Stasis is holding. Get them to the rescue pod at the LZ, and we can still save them.
Whatever is sending this signal, we can only track it through the transmissions. If the parasite goes quiet, this thing vanishes.
The Tenderloin district is infected. If we lose it, San Francisco is gone. We need to move fast.
Helping Maestro bring a Toscania unit up to Tier 2. But now all they want is anti-parasite training.
So this leaked audio log gave us some interesting insight of where the infection may have started. The Tenderloin district is in San Francisco near the Oakland Bridge and Golden Gate Bridge. It's on the north part of San Francisco. It's kind of remind us of what we're suffering in the pandemic right now in China, where it started in Wuhan. He further states that we could lose San Francisco, so I think the origin of this infection started sometime in San Francisco. Ash also talks about the mutation of the strain, which is funny, we're suffering a mutation of our strain in the real world. Thermite also says extraction, so we could have a rescue and extract mission similar to Save Jaeger in Outbreak, or you just have to get some civilians to some extraction point while the infection is spreading. Ash also says that they could lose transmission if the parasite goes silent, so we're trying to track the infection. And then we hear Alibi talking about Maestro wanting to upgrade. So I assume that Maestro might be in the game along with Alibi and talks about more training. Now it's possible we could go to some type of training mode in the game, which I highly doubt. It's just more like just for dialogue. The next leak we got was a picture of Ash. So this could be her picture whenever she's talking in the game, and there might be different operators talking to each other in the game, or just a mission while you're playing. She may have like a radio message while you're playing in the game. His following tweet gave us some confirmation of the dialogue from Thermite where it says extraction failed, so we may have some type of mission where we have to save someone and extract them, similar to Rainbow Six Siege hostage rescue missions or Save Jaeger. Now the next one says subzone shutdown in progress. Most likely this is a hold and defend spot where you have to survive on incoming waves of infected trying to overrun your defensive position, similar to some game modes in Mission Outbreak. He posted a picture of one of the creatures that looks like an alien. Now, it might have special abilities or maybe a regular alien that you fight. We had an interesting reply where someone says it looks more like an alien than a monster, and he says, yeah, it was originally like zombies, but then when the game changed to Parasite, they redid everything to almost aliens. So there may be a couple of reasons why they changed from infected monsters or infected human beings or zombies into aliens. One Reddit user claimed insight into the game, saying the reason why they changed the name to Parasite or something else in Quarantine is because the game is still in active development, and in 2020, ever since we got into a pandemic and people are stuck in quarantine, they didn't want to have a bad taste of association of being locked in quarantine or self-quarantining yourself into a game name that has quarantine in it. So then they kind of re-codenamed it to Parasite, which they may even change it later down the road. I don't think they actually know what name they want to give to the game quite yet. So they also had to rechange it into like from infected to more of an alien invasion. Now keep in mind, this has not been confirmed, it's just rumors, so they can always make stuff up about these things, but we don't know until Ubisoft actually says something themselves. He also posted a new image of training mode, so we could have some type of regular training, like you go through a regular campaign and they train you before you actually go out do real missions, or it might be an actual area where you test out different guns and weapons and gadgets to see which one you want to take with you. We're not quite sure, but it goes with the Alibi line, says, you know, they want more training. We also learned that Vigil actually got changed for the game as well. So this skill that he posted is a ERC8 Disruptor. Disrupt enemies, making him undetectable for a minimum duration, require a recharge after each use. So Vigil probably has some type of stealth techniques. He can probably move away from the aliens, and it needs a recharge similar to the way his current ability is, where he hides away from drones for a limited time. So the next images I'm going to show you are old leaks. I don't remember who the original poster is, so feel free to leave me a comment and I can properly credit you. It's possible that the gameplay and the layout and UI has changed since this original leak came out a while ago, but you can see there's 3 operators to the left and gadgets to the right, and you see the top left says workshop and there's a time on it, so it suggests there's a timed mission. And we can see some other operators that it's going to be in the game and different icons you can set up your team or a selection from, and the headgear from Alibi for this new game. So all the next information I'm going to talk about is from a AMA he did on Discord, and these are key points taken by the Reddit user FluffyFluff0. So we learned that there are 12 maps total allegedly. Each match will last approximately between 25 to 30 minutes. Most likely there's going to be no respawns in game, so just the way Rainbow Six works right now, you probably can pick someone up when they're down. Most, if not all, operators from Siege will be playable. Similar customization to Siege, cosmetics, and loadouts, so it's going to be very similar to Mission Outbreak. Each operator will have similar loadouts as they do in Siege, same guns, gadgets, and etc. Some ops' special abilities will be modified. Vigil will become undetectable to enemies, and Lion's drone scan will significantly last longer. So they actually do modify some of these skills just to fit the game narrative. each operator has an individual leveling. So there is a leveling system in the game where that suggests what I thought earlier. There's a skill tree, and you level the operator, you unlock skills, and you put it in different points of the tree and get different abilities. So that's one way to progress through the game. As you progress, you unlock react gear. Higher levels equal better guns and better gadgets. You can reinforce and barricade. There are similar armor systems to Siege, so 1 to 3 armor operators. Health packs will be scattered throughout the map. So this is similar to, I would say, Left 4 Dead, where you can pick up different type of healing medkits for yourself, and you can probably share it and boost yourself. If operator dies in a match, then you have to rescue them in a separate mission in order to get them back. So this is a new type of gameplay that's different from Outbreak. So if someone dies, then you have to do a different mission to rescue them back. Now, is this a separate mission from the main campaign? Or is this part of the campaign where there's different opportunities to rescue dead operators in the future, where you can kind of unlock people similar to Left 4 Dead? Scanning grenades are a secondary gadget that, when thrown, will scan and highlight enemies within a certain proximity, similar to Lion's drone. Okay, so that might suggest you don't really need Lion unless maybe of a defensive position where you can see where all of them coming. UV flashlight will highlight enemies through the wall. That's a new type of gadget or attachment for a weapon. Some enemies will return from outbreaks, such as grunts and breachers. New types will be added as well. So we'll have just regular minions and a new big alien monsters or aliens facing us. The enemies will look different than they looked in Outbreak. There'll be less zombies and more like aliens. And the most recent post he did is on his Twitter. He says, redacted, stay calm. Tremors are caused by increased underground parasite activity. Get out seismic station to stop tremors. So this suggests some part of the game or throughout the whole game that there's going to be increasing tremors, and you're going to have to keep getting seismic stations to lower the alien tremors, or they're probably going to just break out like they do in probably Gears of War, where they just come out of the hole and they're going to just keep spawning at you until you get the seismic station. Now, we don't know how this will play out, if it's located to a single mission, or it's going to be throughout the game or certain parts of the game. Alright everyone, that's a wrap for now. If you guys appreciate my effort in putting this video together, feel free to subscribe and hit that like button and notifications. Also, you have a chance, take a look at the video description. There might be some content that really will appeal to you. Let's take a look at all these amazing cutscenes from Outbreak.